Ma, Yaba Ya'ana, verse 33. Wasamak, Af, Yadwa, Av, Ra'ash, Hakata'af, Washachat, Atha, Lachata'af, Bamakwamwam, Ashar, Yashakat, Af, Ha'ayla. And that's it. What's that? Oh, shit. 27 to 35. That's no sweat.
Leviticus chapter 4, verse 27. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance while he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and be guilty, 28. Or if his sin which he hath sinned come to his knowledge, then shall he bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he hath sinned, 29. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering, 30. And if the priest shall take of the blood thereof with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all of the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar, 31. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from off the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. 32. And if he bring a lamb for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish. 33. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay it for a sin offering in place where they kill the burnt offering. Excellent.
Matazabah Ma, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasha'ala.
Matazabah Ma, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasha'ala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
Reading Leviticus 4 and 34 through 35 in Hebrew.
Come on. Leviticus chapter 4, 34. Walakwak, hakahan, madam, hakata'af, ba'atazaba'awa, wanathan, al, Quaranaf, Mazabach, Ha'ayla, Wa'af, Kal, Dama, Yashapak, Al, Yasawan, Hamazabach, verse 35. Wa'af, Kal, Kalabach, Yasayar, Ka'ashar, Yawasar, Kala, Hakasha, Hakasha, not the strong. Mazabach, Hashalamyam, Wahakwatayar, Hakahan, Atham, Hamazabakha, Av, Asha, Yaham, Wakapar, Alyawa, Hakahan, Al, Khata'athwa, Ashar, Khata'ah, Wanasalach, Lawa. Leviticus chapter 5, verses 1 through 5 in the Hebrew. When a pash kaya fakata'ah washa ma'ai ha select washa ma'ai ha quawal Allah waha wa'a Awa. Ra'ah. 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 Salaki. Ra'ah. Awa. Yadai. Yadai. Lawa'ah. Yagaya. Wana sha'a. I won wa. I won wa. So like I won wa. Verse 2. Awa. Napash. Ashar. Fagai. Bakal. Dabar. Tama'a. Awa. Banabalaf. Banabalaf. So like it. Haya. Tama'a. Awa. Banabalaf. Bahama. Tama'a. Awa. Banabalaf. Sharataza. Tama'a. Wana ilam. Mamanwa. Wahawa'a. Tama'a. Wa'asham. Verse 3. Awa. Kaya. Yagai. Batam ma'af. Adam. Lakal. Tama'afwa. Ashar. Yatama'a. Ba. Wana ilam. Wana ilam. Mamanwa. Wahawa'a. Yadai. Wa'asham. Verse 4. Awa. Napash. Kaya. Thashabai. Labata'a. Bashapathyam. Laharai. Awa. Lahayatayab. Lakal. Ashar. Yabata'a. Ha'adam. Bashabaiha. Wana ilam. Mamanwa. Wahawa'a. Yadai. Wa'asham. La'achaf. Ma'ala. Verse 5. Wahaya. Kaya. Yasha. Ya'asham. La'akaf. Ma'ala. Wahathawada. Ashar. Kata'a. Aliyah. And that's it. Leviticus chapter 4. Come on.
Leviticus chapter 4, verse 34. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. Verse 35. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he hath committed, and it shall be forgiven him. Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. Verse 2. Or if a soul touch any unclean thing, whether it be a carcass of an unclean beast, or a carcass of an unclean cattle, or the carcass of an unclean creeping thing, and if it be hidden from him, he also shall be unclean and guilty. Verse 3. Or if he touch the uncleanness of man, whatsoever uncleanness it be, that a man shall be defiled withal, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty. Verse 4. Or if a soul swear, pronouncing with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce with an oath, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. Verse 5. And it shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing.
No war, ban Yahweh, ban Yasha'ala.
No war. Ban Yahweh, ban Yasha'ala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatham.
sir. Reading Leviticus 5,
Come on.
6 through 12.
Maybe which ones I'll try.
The last two.
I matter of fact, I'm trying to do the service. If you don't mind, I'm trying to do the service. Matter of fact, if it's like a short. Leviticus chapter 5, verse 6. 6 through 10? 6 through 12. Leviticus chapter 5, verse 6 through 12 in the Hebrew. Wahabaya'ah, Ashamwa, Layahawa, Av, Kata'ahwa, Ashar, Kata'ah, Nakwaba, Man, Hataza'am, Hataza'an, Kashaba, Awa, Sha'ayaraf, Isayam, Lachata'af, Wachapar, Alyawa, Hakahan, Machata'afwa. Verse 7. Wa'am, La'a, Thagaya'ai, Yadwa, Daya, Sha, Wahabaya'ah, Af, Ashamwa, Ashar, Kata'ah, Shakya, Tharium, Awa, Shanya, Bunya, Yawana, La Yahawa, Akkad, La Kata'af, Wa'akad, La'ayla, verse 8. Wahabaya'ah, Atham, Al, Hakahan, Wahakwaraya, Af, Ashar, Lachata'af, Ra'asha, Wanaf, Wamalak, Af, Ra'ashwa, Mamawal, Irakwa, La'a, Yabadayal, verse 9. Wahazah, Madam, Hakata'af, Al, Quayar, Hamazabak, Wahanashar, Badam, Yamataza'ah, Yasawah, Hamazabak, Chata'af, Hawa'ah, verse 10. Wa'af, Hashanya, Ya'aisha, Allah, Kamashapat, Wakapar, Alyawa, Hakahan, Machata'afwa, Ashar, Chata'af, Wanasalach, Lawa, verse 11. Wa'am, La'a, Thashayad, Yadwa, Lashafya, Thorium, Awa, Lashanya, Bunya, Yawana, Wahabaya'ah, Af, Quarabanwa, Ashar, Chata'ah, Aisha Yaraf, Ha'apa, Salah, Lachata'af, La'a, Yashayam, Alya'a, Alya, Shaman, Wala'a, Yafan, Alya, Labana, Kaya, Kata'af, Haya'ah, verse 12. Wahabaya'ah, Hakahan, Wakwamataza, Hakahan, Mamana, Malawa'a, Kwamatazawa, Azakaratha, Wahakwatayar, Hamazabakha, Asha, Yahawa, Kata'af, Hawa'ah, and that's it. Leviticus 5, 6 through 12.
Leviticus chapter 5, verse 6. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord for his sin which he hath sinned, a female from the flock of a lamb or a kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. 7. And if he be not able to bring a lamb, then he shall bring for his trespasses which he hath committed 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons unto the Lord, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. 8. And he shall bring them unto the priest, who shall offer that which is for the sin offering first, and wring off his head from his neck, but shall not divide it asunder. 9. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be wrung out at the bottom of the altar. It is a sin offering. 10. And he shall offer the second for a burnt offering, according to the manner, and the priest shall make an atonement for him for his sin which he hath sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. 11. But if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he that sinned shall bring for his offering the 10th part, an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. 12. Then he shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it, even a memorial thereof, and burn it on the altar according to the offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a sin offering.
Excellent. Oh, okay.
Shot and Marty. Talk about Mark. What that say?
It tells about Mark, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Let's Mark, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Brakatona.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Brakatona.
Shot. 5 to 13.
5, Leviticus 5, 13. Leviticus chapter 5, 13 through 19 in the Hebrew. Wakapar, Al-Yawah, Hakahan, Al, Khata'ahwa, Ashar, Khata'ah, Ma'achaf, Ma'allah, Wanasalach, Lawa, Wahayatha, Lachahan, Kama Nacha, verse 14. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 15. Napash, Kaya, Thama'ayel, Ma'al, Wakhata'ah, Wakhata'ah, Bashagaga, Makwadashya, Yahweh, Wahabaya'ah, Ashamwa, La Yahweh, Ayah, Thamayam, Man, Hataza'an, Ba'iraka, Kasa, Shaqualium, oh, y'all should know that one. Bashaqual, Hakwadash, La Asham, verse 16. Wa'af, Ashar, Kata'ah, Man, Hakwadash, Yashalom, Wa'af, Kama Yashafwa, Yawasa, Al-Yawa, Wanathan, Akhwa, Lakahan, Wahakahan, Yakapar, Al-Yawa, Ba'ayah, Ha'asham, wana salach, lawa, verse 17. Wa'am, napash, kaya, thachata'a, wa'aish, shata, akhaf, makam, matazawaf, yahal, ashar, la'a, fa'aisha, yana, wala'a, yadai, wa'asham, wanasha'a, I will not select it. I won one. Verse 18. Waha ba ya'a ayam thamayam man thaza an ba I raka la asham al hakahan wa kapar aywa hakahan al shagagaswa ashar shagad wahawa'a la'a yada wana salak lawa, verse 19. Asham wahawa select hawa'a asham la yahawa, and that's it.
Leviticus chapter 5, verse 13. And the priest shall make an atonement for him as touching his sin, that he has sinned in one of these, and it shall be forgiven him. And the remnant shall be the priest as a meat offering. Verse 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 15, if a soul commit a trespass and sin through ignorance in the holy things of the Lord, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Lord a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with the estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering. Verse 16. And he shall make amends for the harm that he hath done in the holy thing, and shall add the fifth part thereto, and give it unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and it shall be forgiven him. Verse 17. And if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, though he wist it not, yet is he guilty, and shall bear his iniquity. Verse 18. And he shall bring a ram without blemish out of the flock with thy estimation for a trespass offering unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his ignorance wherein he erred and wist it not, and it shall be forgiven him. Verse 19. It is a trespass offering. He have certainly trespassed against the Lord.
Excellent.
Present thyself.
Nawar, ban Yahweh, ban Yashala.
Nawar, ban Yahweh, ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatham. Come, 6-1.
6-1 through 7.
Come. Nawar, take the first one. Take first one.
Waya Dabar,
Good.
Yahweh. All. Mashak.
Say it. Look at it again.
Mashak.
Come.
La'amar.
Come. I'll take it. Verse 2. Napash kaya thakata'a wa ma'ayla ma'al bayahara wakachash ba'ayn yaswa bapaqwadawan Awa, Bafasha, Wamaf, Ya, Awa, Bagazal, Awa, Aisha, Af, I'm Yahweh, verse 3. Awa, Mataza'a, Abada, Wakakash, Ba, Wanashabai, Al, Shakwar, Al, Akaf, Makal, Ashar, Ya'aisha, Ha'adam, Lakata'a, Bahana, verse 4. Wahaya, Kaya, Yakhata'a, Wa'asham, Wahashaya, Af, Wagazala, Ashar, Gazal, Awa, Af, Ha'aishak, Ashar, Aishak, Awa, Af, Hapaqwadawan, Ashar, Hapaqwad, Afwa, Awa, Af, Ha'abada, Ashar, Mataza'a, verse 5. Awa, Makal, Ashar, Yashabai, Alyawa, Lakshakwar, Washalam, Afwa, Bara'ashwa, Wakamashaf, Yawa, Yasa, Alyawa, La'ashar, Hawa'a, Lawa, Nanwa, Bayawam, Ashamafwa, verse 6. Wa'af, Ashamwa, Ya'a, La Yahawa, Ayah, Thamayam, Man, Hataza'an, Ba'iraka, La'asham, Al, Hakahan. That's it. Oh, Salakia. I think we're supposed to go to 7. Do 7, right? Salakia. Verse 7. Salakia. Wakapar, Alyawa, Hakahan, Lapanya, Yahawah, Wanasalach, Lawa, Al, Akaf, Makal, Ashar, Ya'aisha, La'ashama, Ba. And that's it. Leviticus chapter 6, verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 6, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 2. If a soul sin and commit a trespass against the Lord, and lie unto his neighbor in that which was delivered him to keep, or in fellowship, or in a thing taken away by violence, or hath deceived his neighbor, 3. Or hath found that which was lost, and lieth concerning it, and sweareth falsely in any of all these things that a man doeth, sinneth therein. 4. Then it shall be, because he have sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took violently away, or the thing which he have deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered him to keep, or the thing that which he found. 5. Or all that about which he have sworn falsely, he shall even restore it in the principal, and shall add to the 5th part more thereto, and give it unto him to whom it appertaineth, in the day of his trespass offering. 6. And he shall bring his trespass offering to the Lord, a ram without blemish out of the flock, with thy estimation for a trespass offering unto the priest. 7. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord, and it shall be forgiven him for anything of all that he have done in trespassing therein.
Talk about mouth. Present thyself.
Tasabah Ma'af Ban Yahawah Ban Yasha'ala.
Matazabah Ma, Ban Yahawah, Ban Yasha'ala.
Yahawah Hashem Yam Shah Brakatham.
Yahawah Bashim Yam Shabbat.
and 8 through 14.
Come. We're talking about once you get verse 8.
Leviticus chapter 6, verse 8. Debar, Yahweh, Al, Mashai, Lamar.
Verse 9. Tazawa, Aharan, Wa'ah, Banyuwa, La'amar, Za'af, Thawarath, Ha'ayla, Hawa'ah, Ha'ayla, Mawaqwada, Hamazabak, Kal, Halayala, Habakwar, Wa'ash, Hamazabach, Thawaquad, Bawa, verse 10, Walabash, Hakahan, Madwa, Ba, Wama Kanasya, Ba, Yalabash, Basharwa, Waharim, Af, Hadashan, Ashar, Tha'akal, Tha'ash, Af, Ha'ayla, Av, Hamazabach, Washamwa, Atazal, Hamazabach, verse 11, Wapashat, Af, Bagadyawa, Walabash, Bagadyam, Akarim, Watazaya, Hadash, no, it's like Hadashan, it's like Machawatiza, Lamachana, Makwawam, Tahawar, verse 12. Waha'ash, Hamazabach, Thawaqwa, Bawa, La'a, Thakaba, Waba'ir, Alya, Hakahan, Itazayam, Babakwar, Wa'airak, Alyaha, Alya, Ha'ayla, Wahaquatayar, Alya, Kalabya, Hashalamya, verse 13. Why don't you take that, Tazga?
Ash, Damayad, Dawakad, Dawaquad, Al, Hamazabak, La'a, Dakaba.
Come.
We won't see that. It's
Come. Verse 14. Wasa'af, Thawarath, Hamanacha, Hakwarab, Atha, Banya, Arataza, Lapanya, Yahala, Panya, Hamazabach, and that's it.
Leviticus chapter 6, verse 8. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 9, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of burnt offering. It is the burnt offering because of the burning upon the altar all night until the morning. And the fire of the altar shall be burning in it. Verse 10, and the priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen breeches shall he put upon his flesh, and take up the ashes which the fire hath consumed with the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them aside the altar. Verse 11, and he shall put off his garments and put on other garments, and carry forth the ashes without the camp unto a clean place. Verse 12, and the fire upon the altar shall be burning in it, shall not be put out, and the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and lay the burnt offering in order upon it. and he shall burn thereon the fat of the peace offerings. Verse 13. The fire shall ever be burning upon the altar, it shall never go out. Verse 14. And this is the law of the meat offering. The sons of Aaron shall offer it before the Lord, before the altar. La Yasha Allah.
Body. Body. Prepare to sweep the Torah. Prepare to sweep the Torah. Should I get out that Lord and prepare to sweep the Torah? How about y'all Shabbat? Yeah.
Shalom. How about y'all Shabbat? Yeah.
Shalom. Y'all Shabbat. Yeah.
Stand together, hands together. Put your hands, nice. Bring your hands together. Follow the check. You have it? Barak, yeah.
How about y'all Shabbat? Yeah.
Amayim, Wapanya, Hakwadam. You rise and face east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, then in the English. Abanah. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadah. Hayat. Shamkat. Yahab. Malak Wafkah. Daba'ah. Vertizayaka. Ayat. Asha. Aratizah. Kawah. Hayat. Washamayim. The thunder now. The come. Call. Yawah. Wasalak now. Kawak now. Kasalak now. Kawak now. Wala'ah. Wala'ah now. Messiah one. Above. Hayan. Ra. Hayat. Lakah. Kamalakwa. Wahakapa'ara. The Iron. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So,
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Amani Shabbat, Amani, Barak,
How about Shem Yahshua
How about Shem Yahshua
Yum Yum Matah, class dismissed.
Does anybody, before we want to get anointed? Want to get anointed? Come. Come. So y'all three, okay. So it's got to be captain. I'll get an well. I'll go with this group.
Just a minute up here, repeat after me. Yabaraka Yahweh,
Yabaraka Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Yahweh,
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 Alika,
Alika,
Yakanka,
Yakanka,
Sha'ayahweh,
Sha'ayahweh,
Yahweh,
Alika,
Alika, Yashamaka,
Yashamaka,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahusha, Barak,
Barak,
Rapah,
Rapah,
Magan,
Magan,
Hagan,
Hagan.
No war!
No war!
No war!
No war!
No war!
No war! Austin, Austin, Austin.
Uriah out!
Uriah out!
Uriah out!
Uriah out!
Uriah out!
Uriah out!
Ba'ashem Yahusha,
Ba'ashem Yahshua,
Wara Amah.
Wara Amah.
Anybody else want to be anointed? Just a minute up there, we're going to repeat after me. Yabaraka Yahweh,
Yabaraka Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Yahweh,
Ben Yahweh, Alika,
Yakanka,
Yakanka,
Sha'ayahweh,
Sha'ayahweh, Ben Yahweh, Alika,
Shalom,
Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Barak, Rapah, Magan, Hagan,
Gabarakah.
Gabarakah,
Gabarakah.
Gabarakah,
Gabarakah.
Gabarakah,
Matazabah Mo.
Matazabah Mo.
Matazabah Mo.
Matazabah Mo.
Matazabah Mo.
Matazabah Mo.
Ba'ashem Yahusha,
Ba'ashem Yahusha,
Wara Amah.
the water Amah.
Music. We're getting credit. This is